podcast Knowledge Empowers. With you is me, Kat. 안녕하세요. Or better to say, and I'm going to use my cheat sheet today. So I'm gonna say 새해 복 많이 받으세요, aka Happy New Year. And we have Baruch.
Hello.
And we have Glad.
Good morning, dobre ráno.
We were just talking about what are we going to talk about today? Should we start a new episode about something very special or just like randomly chit chat, etc.? And actually, as it's a new year just behind the corner, what are
Or if you're watching, it's behind you already, you know.
Already, yeah, exactly. Depends when we publish it, right? So, okay, I don't know when we publish it, but today, right now, when we're recording, is December 17th. Don't say.
You're spilling the secrets. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And do you guys have New Year's resolutions? And if yes, what kind of New Year's resolution? And then, are you fulfilling your New Year's resolutions, or do they actually bring you more harm? Because it can put you into stress, right? Then I'll tell you my secret. Collage, let's start with you.
Oh no. Okay.
Oh no.
My advice: screw the New Year's resolution. Rather build habits which are sustainable and long-term, and they are more engraved in your body later on or in your mind than having some sort of a goal at the beginning of the year and trying to achieve that. So I would say go for the habits. Go. Not the New Year's resolution.
So you never had any resolutions in your life?
I've had, but it's like I knew what I wanted to achieve and build a habit around that. So, and I think that Kat, you've done that as well. Like you got a resolution of painting like 10 pictures a year or something like that. Am I right?
One a month.
Once a month, you know, and see, that's basically a habit. It's not like I want to get rid of 30 kilos, but I want to live healthy and I'm going to do this every time periodically. So I'm not going to achieve like, I have a full year and I'm going to draw 12 pictures, but once a month I will finish one. That gives you much more control over the habit and over the achievements.
I don't know if it was like for me a habit, because because the way what I did was that was when I joined so I was in a change of companies and job. In the first year in the new company, I realized I only did 2 drawings the whole year. And that, like, what I always do is like I do self-reflection on the like the year has passed and what did I achieve, what did I do, because that's when you realize how much time you're wasting, right? So it's like 1 year has passed, what's going on? And I realized I just did 2 drawings and I was only on 1 course. That was it. And so I'm like, hell no. And those who used to report me, they know how tough one-on-ones are with me. So I had one-on-one with myself. You don't want that, to have a one-on-one with me. and I was like, I had that goal because I still have the goal that I want to achieve a hyperrealism, that you're not able to distinguish the photo from the drawing or drawing from the photo. But to get there, you need to practice and practice and practice and practice, right? So I've made myself a promise that I need to make at least 1 drawing a month. And that year I did 11, not 12, because I had very heavy October from work-wise. And I did 11. Then the next year, I sort of tried to continue. And I just keep doing it, right? First of all, it's not for me something forced, because I love doing the art. It's like the whole process, when I do it, makes me happy. And like what we did this year with Baruch was like she came over and we picked a technique and we spent either Saturday or Sunday and we did the technique. And that was just like, not only afterwards we had the outcome, but it was like we talked, we were listening a podcast, then we ordered lunch, and we just spent the time together. We even went for a walk and then came back and continue with that. So it's like it just fulfills your soul with happiness. So at least for me, that's what it does to me. And so I keep continuing. Sometimes I do crazy New Year's resolution, such as I would love to lose weight, but that's not possible for me. But what I can do is to eat differently. And it's much easier for me to start from January rather than from Monday or that month or that month. And like this, like I can never start with it in December because my husband bakes amazingly, okay? He bakes, oh my God, it's so delicious. And December when we all do Christmas, cookies and so, sorry, I will not say no to them. They are just too delicious. So once they are gone and eaten, then I can start from January. It's much easier. But usually when I change my eating habits, the length I was able to hold it was 6 months. That was it. So I'm much better with exercise. That's 9 years already going on. That's good.
So Ken, would you say that? Well, what's the difference between, it's very similar because usually people diet to get healthy and exercise also to get healthy or get slim, whatever. But why is it so? I mean, they have the both of them have the same purpose behind it, but why do you think you are better with the exercise than the diet? I mean, you said it's like your husband is very good cook, but otherwise, I mean, you were not always at home office and you went to for office and ate lunches at restaurants. So do you love food or what's the difference there?
I was thinking about it, and what type of a person are you when you are in a stress? Do you tend to eat or you tend to not eat?
I tend to eat.
You, Collage? Do you tend to eat when you are in stress or not eat?
I don't think that I can eat when I'm in stress.
Fisher is the same, like he doesn't touch a food. For example, I know from Fisher he doesn't even appreciate food. He knows he needs to eat, but he
it's
forgets.
Just a sustenance, yes.
Yeah, for him he just I need to eat something. So I'm a person, I love food. Like, oh my God, and sweet. Just look at this. It's always nearby. It's always something is near, chocolate, something. And when I'm in stress, I need to eat. And so and how to say, they say if you want to lose weight, 90% is about what you eat and only 10% is with the exercise. And so for me, I don't know if it's like I don't want to say disease, but like something in my brain that the only way for me to manage it is I deliberately need to say to myself, 2 hours you not touch food. Then you can have this and about this much of amount. Then you are not allowed to touch food, and for me not to touch the food, I need to do something, right? So I need to make myself let's say busy or occupy, etc. With like I'm too busy to really get myself into understanding what nutritions should I eat, which are the better. And I did years back, I paid, like I went to one company, they measured all your, like how much fat you have, how much muscles you have, what is your digestion when you are in absolute calmness, and then what's your digestion, if you like you know you're normal. And then they create you sort of like what you should eat, right? What you should have for breakfast, lunch, etc. I did this twice. I paid money. I don't know why I'm crazy. I paid the money. I was only able to last 3 months because even the food was so disgusting. Like even when you prepare and you just looked at it, it was like, and I remember all the guys around me, including Fisher and others, were looking at it and they just came to me and start stroking my head like, poor Ken, how can you eat this? And I'm like, go to hell. I'm like, it was so horrible. And probably that's why I'm not even able to last from these like eating healthy, because I would really need that it firstly looks good as well and it tastes good. And every time I go to these people, I tell them I am a meat eater. I love meat. Every time when they prepare me these breakfast, lunch, no meat. And I just keep looking at them like, are you deaf or are you deaf? Like, I told you I need meat. And so if you have 1 week meal and there is no meat whatsoever, like not even one, like you need to have sort of cheat days or whatever, right? But I'm like, I'm not gonna eat beans and lentils and all of that, even though it might have a good effect on your body, but I just need the meat. So that's why probably I'm only able to last 3 months. That's it. And unfortunately, I don't have enough time to start studying about the food and prepare it, because that's not my passion. I don't like cooking. I don't like spending any time necessary in kitchen at all. With the exercise, it's like once I've started, so I've started, my first 3 years were with a personal trainer. And I had twice a week with personal trainer. So it's like you feel obliged towards another person that you go there and you do the exercise, because it's like that person is waiting for you and manage their own time to be with you to help you. So you would know how to do the technique. So it's that thing in your brain like, oh, I have something towards that person. I need to go. After the 3 years, going there, I realized twice a week is not enough for me, and I want to do three times. And so that's when I start going to gym by myself. So I started going in the mornings. And then I was like so much into, because fair enough, I am taking hormonal tablets, then through which I gain a lot of kilos. And by exercising, I realized I'm able to stop the weight going further up. I'm not able to lose the weight, but I was able to stop it.
So are you saying that you've built a habit with the exercise?
Yes, but I was trying to also play with it. So it was like, I, for example, made the decision that I want to try for 1 month to exercise 5 times a week, just to see whether there would be any difference, right? I did. No difference. I realized I started eating more. I'm like, God damn it, that's not the result I wanted. But ever since, it's now 3.5 years that I exercise 5 times a week. And because of my chubbiness, my muscles are hidden, so they are protected, they need to be protected. So but with the exercise, what I realized, and being after 40, I see the flexibility that I have. Like, you are lacing your shoes, so I'm able to bend without any pain in my lower back, or let's say I wouldn't be able to bend over across my belly, or going on the whale like and then you go down and you lace your shoe. Nothing like that. So I gain like flexibility. Exercise makes me happy because of the endorphins flying through your body. And yes, it is that I created a habit of it. And these days it's more about my own body is requesting, go and do an exercise. So sometimes, like, I don't exercise on Saturday and Sunday. We do hiking, but I mean, I'm not in the gym Saturday, Sunday. Sometimes I make myself a 30-day on Monday, but by Tuesday it's like my body is like, forget it, I'm just going because I need it. So it's more of an addiction now. I can be without exercise. I when we went on vacation, 4 days. But food for me it's more like addiction. Like I really try
And
to
exercise as well.
Yeah, but exercise is more. I feel
The
happy.
healthy one, yeah.
Yeah, like I feel it's more of happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Food, I really look at the food like I am not able to say no.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I really want to strictly, let's say, I will not touch food for 2 hours. I cannot be in kitchen for 2 hours. Like anywhere where the food is like close by or etc.
That's another way how to deal with habits. Those
Okay.
which you don't like.
Go
There's
deeper.
Go deeper. Well, there is a habit loop defined or prescribed, which consists of 3 or 4 phases, depends on what author you are reading. But usually there is this input, first of all, so the trigger. And that's for you, Kat, like what you mentioned, a kitchen is when you eat, because when you don't want to eat, you can't be in the kitchen. That's the trigger. You're in the kitchen, you are in the mood to eat something. And then there is this actually the part where you do things, and then at the end there is this reward. Seems that the you eating and having the reward of something pleasurable at the end is really important for you, and the pleasure of eating the food which doesn't look nice is not rewarding enough, you know. So that's why it didn't probably stick with you. You didn't have the pleasure at the end when you finished the meal. And it could be connected also to us, like, oh, poor Kat, if somebody was there like, oh, you had this looks so awesome, you know, this is what I would like to eat all the time. And if you had 20 people like this around you, you probably would change your stance with the food as well. So that's
with the food, with let's say diet or whatever we want to call it, there was another problem. So not only the food looked horrible, and even
you didn't have the pleasure out of it at all.
And I didn't have the pleasure out of it, but also the amount of weight I lost was very. So with that one, I only lost like 3 kilos. Whereas any other person who is not on hormonal tablets would go down like in 1 week, 1 kilo, next week, another kilo. And me, the weight just goes so slow. So there were literally 0 results that would make me go, let's continue.
Yeah.
Whereas with exercise, I had the dream to do 1 man push-up because I always had weak hands. That was my dream. And I knew like if it will take me 3 years, I'm gonna exercise 3 years, but I wanna do 1 man push-up. And I was able to do it. So now I can do more, but I'm like, that was my dream. Like I wanna do 1 man push-up. So I can have like that type of goals, and then I'll see how long it takes me.
This is the other thing. You had your own motivation, you had your own goal. With the food, it wasn't there. It was that somebody else came and prescribed you what to eat, how to eat, and there you go. Here is the recipe. There was no involvement from your side. You had no goal in terms of, oh, one day I will have this great snack out of empty plate. I don't know, like so there was no vision, no goal like this. So of course it didn't stick. The same goes for you've done it for 3 months, and afterwards you saw small results. And this is what happens with the habits, and why some of the habits and New Year's resolution don't stick, because we are trying to do something for several times, several days, several weeks, and when we see small or even no result, we give up. We give up, basically, and that's what happened to you.
But
one would wonder, what would that's the thing with the habits. It takes much more longer to stick it up and to show the end result or to see some progress. Maybe in a year it would be something different, but that's hard to guess. Like what it.
I'm just not willing to eat such a horrible food for 1 year.
That's the thing. That's the thing. The other thing which you mentioned by yourself was by the way, your hobby eating the same food as you were as well?
Not with
or
this one. It was the other one. So
the one?
there is
Okay.
so-called Dukan diet. That's focus on proteins. So you really focus on lots of proteins. That's something I'm thinking that I'll start again in January. I was able to hold it for 6 months. So I lost 5 kilos in 6 months. My husband lost 15 kilos.
Oh God. He is very slim, people. Like, if you haven't seen him in the background of Kat's video, then yeah, that he is
He's very skinny,
slim.
very tall and
Af-
very skinny.
After the diet, he could run between the raindrops, you know, like when it was raining, he could run in between.
I always make a fun of him. Like we have we have friends who are actors, and I keep telling them if there will be another Schindler's List movie, he can go be in the cast. So I'm like, he's that skinny, like really. Okay, the past year he keep exercising, year and a half, so he gained muscles, but still he's slim. He's still really slim. But that was nicely see that type of a diet or eating worked, right, on him, and he never gained back.
Mhm.
Whereas me being on the hormonal tablets, it's just nuts. So I just said to myself, okay, I'll eat normally, like I'm not going crazy, like, you know, having huge. No, I just eat like normal. I just know that I'm just not able to lose weight. That's it. So, but I will keep exercising.
Here is another suggestion in summary. If you are doing some sort of, or if you're aiming for some sort of a goal or building a habit, have someone there with you to be your buddy, because that helps. Either it could be your coach, somebody you pay for to be there for you. Sorry, but that's or your hubby, or somebody, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, whoever there is, who is there with you and accompany you throughout the process, because then it sticks much easier. There is a social contract between you two, and you push each other harder. Need to, like you said, like you knew that there is other person waiting for you, and you paid the person, so you needed to come for the training.
For me, it was very important at the beginning. Like you've said, it created a habit, and because people do ask me nowadays, how can you go and just exercise? Like you just go, but I tell them it's 9 years now. 9 years. At the beginning, my first 3 years, I paid the trainer, because not even 1 month, 3 years, because I would give up. It's as simple as that. And I felt obliged towards the person that I come there and I'll do the exercise, because I knew afterwards I feel amazing, right? The 1 hour when you exercise is so difficult, but afterwards I feel great. And after 9 years of doing this, it's like a necessity. It's like a part of my life today. Like I just have to do it. Even hubby, he started exercising last May. He has a different approach. So he does every other day. He doesn't calculate Monday, Saturday, Sunday. He just go every other day. And once he was so busy with work that he didn't exercise like for 4 days, I think. And then he came to me, I need to go. What did you do to me? How come I now need to go to exercise? And I was laughing. I'm like, there you go. But now and he sees it like, guys, I don't want to say being 40 is old, but I can say how my body reacted when I was 20, when I was 30, when I'm 40. And it's really, I knew after 30, it started like, oh, it hurts here, it hurts there. After 40, it got worse. Like, oh my God, it even hurts here.
Then it's vice versa. It doesn't hurt here, but it hurts everywhere else.
Exactly. And so he sees also that he has like more flexibility, less pain. He had lots of headache and lots of problems in his trapezius. We are all working behind computers, so that's typical pain that we have.
Muscle.
Or
even better, pain point.
No, it's like, it hurts here, it hurts here, it hurts here. Is your finger broken? And so he realized that before it was, let's say, after 1 week you had pain, another week you had pain. With the exercise, he was able to prolongate the non-pain. Sometimes, of course, he did something or slept wrongly, so it sort of strained and he needed a massage or something. But he feels much, much better compared. And that's his fuel. He knows he feels better, more flexible, and so on. So
Yeah.
different fuel.
The thing which happened in the brain with the habits is that every time you do the habit, it strengthens the neural connection, so the neurons in your body. So therefore, when you exercise and you had a good feeling at the beginning, like those 9 years ago, it took some time to build up the good feeling, but now you have this good feeling much sooner when you start to exercise, and that's why also you are prone more to exercise right now and be driven to exercise because this neural part is there and it's already, your body knows what is going to happen and everything, so it's much more likely to exercise than do something else.
For me, also, like, even this morning, right, I was guys telling you, like, oh, I have a muscle pain here, I have a muscle pain here. That for me is like, okay, I cannot compare it to orgasm, but it's very similar.
So basically, it's pleasurable pain.
Exactly, thank you.
It escalated quickly.
So that's not a, like, I need to go and exercise. That's very pleasurable pain, but it's
Release
still
the
pain.
pressure.
That's what Mika says, right?
We should stop collage.
Is this how we want to end it?
Well, you are the one who has an exercise session next, so you are
Okay, it's
the
gonna
one under
release
the
some
pressure.
Oh gosh. That's how we're going to end this session, guys.
With the sweet release, right?
There you go.
Yeah.
We wish you Happy New Year. And as I'm learning new language, I'm gonna say 새해 복 많이 받으세요.
Happy New Year, guys. Bye-bye.
Good luck with your new habits. Bye-bye.
See you next year.
And this year, next
Or this
week.
year.
This podcast represents our own opinions, experience, and our own ideas. We do not represent any official statement from our employers, and this is not their official channel representing the company.